Is it a case of a gang war, or there is indeed lawlessness in Bihar today, sir?
Of course, it's a case of gang war. You know that uh, Mr. Mishra was a known criminal. He had 16 to 17 murder cases against him, and he was on parole. So, the opposite party actually took a chance by, really attacking hospital. And this is something, unfortunately, we have seen in different parts of the country. It's not something which is uncommon or unique that has happened there, but it is very unfortunate. Second, I was looking at your data also, and I thought that I should really give you a bit of, and all the viewers, a bit of perspective of why do we call Lalu's era a jungle Raj? I think it is important to understand one should not confuse between what's happening right now to what happened during Lalu's era and why it was called jungle Raj. If you look at in 1991 till 2004, before the India government came, the number of murders per year, because you showed that graph, which was a bar chart, you showed that, and I was looking at the data. You please go and look at the data 10 years before that from the era you've shown, especially during Lalu's era. You will see that the population was somewhere around 20 to 25% less, because we are talking about 25 years back, and the murder per year was somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000. That was the peak. But it was not called Jungle Raj just because of that. There were other reasons also. I'll give you those reasons and data to ensure that people get a perspective why it was called Jungle Raj. But right now, if you look at data by data, because you showed a lot of data, in first half of 2025, actually the number of murders have come down, right? So it's not that the number of murders have gone up, but yes, this is election year, and even these kind of murders are very unfortunate. It should not be happening. But I would end my first
Okay.
comments by giving you some data. One, during Lalu's era, there was an organized crime, and that one has to understand. It was at the behest of government that kidnappings and murders were happening. It is not unheard. Everybody knew that the chief minister was responsible for, two gangs
Okay.
actually, doing ransom, and then he was the one who was in between and sorting things out. That is something bizarre and unheard of
Okay.
anywhere in this world. That happened in Bihar at that time.
Okay.
But anyway, there were 812 people died in caste massacres, and there were 26,000 people in criminal riots during that time.
Okay, point taken.
So,
Pooja, okay,
if you
I'll
look
come
at
back
the
to you. Manish,
data,
I'll come
you'll
back to you.
find
We have
that
a
there
lot
are a
of data.
number
I'll
of
come
things.
back to you, sir. I'll come back to you. Let me take opening comments from all my panelists. Dr. Pooja Tripathi. So, is it a case of gang war, or is there lawlessness? Is it correct to say that there's jungle Raj in Bihar, or it's just that there's a spike in crime which we see in Patna?
Karthik, it's very sad. It's very unfortunate that my fellow BJP spokesperson is talking about this. Is just a gang war, A rival gang went into an hospital loaded with arms and they just shot someone in ICU. Just an hour back, JDU leader Rajkishore Nishad was shot dead, and I hope he calls it a gang war too. Gopal Khemka, Ajit Kumar, Ramakant Yadav, Vikrant Jha, Jitendra Mehto, Sushila Devi, and Surendra Rawat. These were the victims of gang war too. I think they should just sit back and realize that in the echo of, echo chamber of Lalu ka Jungle Raj 25 saal purana, what we are witnessing today is an absolute chaos in law and order. And he was just quoting figures. He just showed the SCRB, State Crime Records Bureau's figures, with 2786 murders in 2024, 2863 in 2023. And just this year, there have been 1,376 murders with 229 murders every month. And if you want to compare, let's compare it, because murders are murders. You want to show a sun being brighter and Jungle Raj versus Sushasan. The cases in kidnapping has increased from 2,566 to 10,925, a whooping 356% increase in kidnapping. Rape cases have increased from, I'm comparing Lalu's era to Nitish era, 1,063 in 2004 to 1,453. 16% increase in rape cases, and it's just every
Okay.
day. It's not just gang wars. JDU leaders, BJP leaders, everyone is being shot, in broad daylight. And this speaks that this state is an utter chaos. The state is
Okay.
an utter state of lawlessness, and rather than accepting accountability, they'll go back to the 25 years later, and elections are just around the corner, and they'll say देखो जंगल राज में 3000 होती थी, हमने तो सिर्फ 2846 पे खत्म कर दिया. This is the governance that the people of Bihar deserve.
Okay.
After so many years of NDA rule, this is the state of lawlessness. This is the state of murders, dacoity, kidnapping, rape, and everything that
Okay.
Bihar witnesses. So
Okay.
I think this should be said on front to the
Okay,
BJP
Ajit,
spokesperson.
my question to you is, I know there cannot be any comparison between the tenure of Lalu and the tenure of Nitish Kumar. It's like chalk and cheese. But my question is slightly forward-looking, sir. My question to you is, one, what do you have to say on the Chirag Paswan statement? How do you interpret it? He's a union minister. Why has he publicly tweeted like that? That's not what you do in the RSS BJP ecosystem. This more resembles like other opposition parties. That's my first question to you, sir. What do you make of Chirag Paswan's tweet, sir?
Chirag Paswan is obviously making a political statement. He's part of the NDA alliance, but he's basically gunning for Nitish Kumar. He did that in 2020. He's doing it again.